in the pursuit of happiness, and everybody, even if they ain't got no money, has the right to see a doctor when they're sick or if they're hurting. I mean, that and raising the wages up from the bottom is going to stimulate the economy a lot more than $300 checks that just get spent on credit card bills or porn or gasoline. It wasn't just Martin Luther King who called for people to have a guaranteed annual income right before they killed him. Milton Friedman, the conservative economist, has called for it. Even Richard Nixon called for it. This is the reason I like third parties so much and remain a registered Green. You know, if people aren't talking about the issues that matter, you make it one. Dennis Kucinich, the one decent Democrat running for president this time, not his platform, plagiarized from the Green Party, but hey, that's what the platform's for. So he proposed, since we have a cabinet position, a Department of War, which we renamed the Department of Defense after World War II. We got a War Department. How about a Department of Peace as a cabinet position? And the Bush Supreme Court probably will outlaw abortions fairly soon. So you take a page, again, from the religious rights playbook. They were pushing for a constitutional amendment banning a woman's choice on what to do with her own body. How about a constitutional amendment, since most of America supports choice, a constitutional amendment guaranteeing choice, no matter what the Bush Supreme Court has to say about it? Here's one from my mayor campaign. It just popped into my head. Cops should be elected, voted on by the districts they patrol. Humane drug laws. Easy way to get that started is the governor or the president, depending on if it's a state or federal prison system, can just commute all small-time drug offenders' sentences to time served and let them out of jail, close the extra prisons, and spend the money back in the education system where it belongs. Even the really nasty drugs that have killed some of my friends, like heroin and crack and the rest, should be decriminalized. Like they have in Holland or something, where people, if you're really that fucked up, you can go to a government health center and get your heroin on prescription for free, shoot up in peace, and what does that do? But it takes the drug trade away from the mob, away from the gangs, and then they don't have to spend all their time robbing and killing people to get money to pay the mob's high drug prices. Crime goes down. We have a minimum wage. How about a maximum wage? I'm probably the only person who was ever introduced by Bill Maher on Politically Incorrect as crazy when I got the producer to put a debate on maximum wage onto the program, but I believe that. I mean, six figures in its payback time. What causes more trouble in the world, drug addiction or wealth addiction? And I'll bet you if wealth addicts were put in rehab long enough to cure them of their problems, even Bill Gates or Dick Cheney could do good. You know, sure, Gates spends a few $1 million of his gazillion billion-dollar fortune on charity, but why not take the whole thing and start a new car company that builds electric cars? If you see a documentary called Who Killed the Electric Car, you will know that the technology for workable electric cars and pickup trucks exists right now. GM tried them out, Chrysler and the others. They worked so well that they recalled them from the people they leased them to and destroyed them. Bring that back. Let Bill put General Motors out of business if he's willing to do it. And what do you get in exchange for maximum wage? All of a sudden, all education is free, no more student loans over everybody's heads, free health care for everybody, free transportation for everybody, including air travel. And to make taxes a little more bearable, obviously tax the rich more than the poor, unlike what is done now, and let people have about 12, 15 boxes on their tax forms to rank what percentage of their tax money they want spent where.